Hello everyone, welcome to another video by the community. Well, from this video onwards, we'll be learning how to write programs by making use of C++ as our programming language. So if you're having a laptop or a desktop system, power it up and start installing the compiler. I have provided the links for the compiler in the YouTube page. So please go ahead and check out our YouTube page and install the compiler. I have even provided the links for the online compiler that I'll be using for making this video tutorial, but my personal recommendation would be to make use of the proper compiler and not this online compiler. Having said that, in this video we'll be looking at the structure of every C++ program, and this structure consists of this many ingredients which are a must-have whenever we want to write a C++ program. These ingredients are our header file section, then comes the main function, which is where our execution of code begins. Then inside the main function we have something known as the declaration section and the executable sections. The command is something which is optional, but I personally recommend you all to make extensive use of commands as it increases your code readability. And then we have something known as the return statement. Having said that, let us now look at these ingredients one by one, starting with our header file section. Now, the first ingredient that we need whenever we write a program is something which is known as the header file. Now, what are these header files? These are basically files that comes along with our compiler, and it is written by our compiler developers, and they are generally used to assess the standard functions like the cout and the cin function, where cout is generally used in order to display messages on our screen, and cin is used in order to accept inputs from the keyboard. Now that we know what header files are and what they are used for, the question that comes is how to include the header file into our program, and the answer to that is by making use of the #include directive, and within the angular brackets we provide the header file which we want to include into our program. This is how we include a header file into our program. In this case, the header file is by the name iostream, and it is used to provide functionality so that we can make use of the cout and the cin function. Let us now write a program from scratch whose job is to greet the viewers with the message "Hello" from the community. Now, as we have already learned, the first ingredient that we need is a header file. Now, the next question that comes to our mind is which header file should we actually use, since there can be many header files that comes along with our compiler. Now, since the job of this program is to print the message "Hello" from the community into our monitor, we need to make use of our cout function. And as we have already learned, our cout function comes inside our iostream header file. So let us include the iostream header file into our program. Now that we have inserted our header file, the next ingredient that is needed is our main function. Let us now look at what this main function actually is.